What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport. This one is the Outer Banks finished in Eruption Green. This color is really cool. It's very light where the sun's hitting it, and then it's a lot darker down below. So pretty neat color combo. This one's $38,700. Today we're going to take a full look and comment below, is this the coolest, most rugged sub $40,000 SUV? This is basically a compact crossover with an off-road design for a little bit under 40 grand. So not really all too expensive. If we go ahead and pull that twice and see what is powering this, there are two engines for a Bronco Sport. There is a 4-cylinder available in the top trim level. However, this one is going to have the 1.5 liter inline 3-cylinder turbocharged motor. So this one has 181 horsepower with 190 pound-feet of torque. We do have an 8-speed automatic transmission and 4-wheel drive. With all that, curb weight on this is around 3,500 pounds, and max towing is even 2,200 pounds. And you're going to be expecting 25 in the city with 30 out on the highway. For the styling, I like the LED headlights you get. They light up nicely with the round design, and then I love the bar cutting towards that Bronco name. Got a gloss black front grille with Bronco written in white, forward-facing camera, and then there are active grille shutters behind the grills, openings down below too. You have some parking sensors, LED fog lights, and then just a plastic material for the lower bumper. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool looking compact. Definitely looks nice and rugged. And then you can see these sharp body lines all up on the hood. For the side here, you're going to get a nice set of 18-inch wheels finished in a diamond cut, gloss black, two-tone design. You have more of the plastic for the fender, and then the whole side skirt is finished off in that as well, just to protect the bodywork. You're going to get a little trim piece, your logo, and then some sharp lines in the doors with body color door handles. Got plastic black on the side mirrors with a side view camera, and then all gloss black trim for the roof. Looks very nice with the roof rails. This dip as well gives you lots of rear headroom. Then you have a pretty cool trim piece down below on that window. For the overall side profile, this definitely has a nice rugged style to it. I like how boxy it is too. It really fits the design. In back, got a nice set of mostly LED taillights. Got a nice red ring when they're all lit up. More of the plastic material down below. However, the plastic is actually pretty nice, so it doesn't just look like cheap basic plastic. It looks like a finished bumper, so it looks pretty cool overall. Got your parking sensors. Some will have a trailer hitch, of course, and then you can see we have the grab handle in the center for the glass and the whole liftgate. Bronco Sport in white, and then more of the black throughout it. So comment below, what do you guys think of the styling? I think it looks pretty cool for what it is. Now for the glass, we can pop that and lift that open, and you have a nice small opening to gain access to put some small items in. I think that's a cool touch. You can also see the little Bronco logo up there in the glass. And then button over here, we can lift the whole liftgate up manually. In back, you're gonna get a decent amount of storage space, a nice low load floor, a little cubby. You have these lassos even on these hooks, our light icon, a Bronco logo down below over there. Some of these will have a spare tire. This one just has some storage in it. And then from back here, you can reach the tops of these seats to press them down. So nice with everything folded, how much space you're gonna get. You got grab handles up above. And then taking a look at the interior, this one gets a cool two-tone with the brown and black. And then if we go ahead and lift everything back upwards, you're gonna get a nice look at everything. This can seat 3 people. The center seat pops downwards. You can have an armrest and cup holders. And there's quite a lot of amenities. We have air vents, USBs, extra storage down here, and then you have storage cubbies here. And then that button right up on top is easy to put these down. So definitely a cool look. I like the brown accents throughout it, more of this brown color, and then a rugged texture on the door panel. Now hopping inside, I have moved both of these front seats upwards just so I can actually fold these seats down. But with the driver's seat back at my height, which I'm 5'11", my knees almost touch. So pretty roomy overall. These seats themselves are full-size seats, so my legs are actually supported back here, which is really cool. Most compacts do not offer that. You have a ton of headroom as well. There's like 8 or 9 inches up there, which is a great touch. The seats are padded. Recline angle is pretty good too. So if you're gonna use this for the family with grown adults, this is really not a bad option at all if you want something affordable and fun. Now if we move to the front seats, you have the smart key. It'll lock and unlock it from the door panel. And then the door itself on the inside is just like the rear. There's memory seating, more the color accents and everything. Both front seats are gonna be power operated. And then you can see just basic controls as expected, lumbar support, I really like the two-tone. You have the smooth brown, the smooth black, and then this kind of brownish black fabric. That looks really cool. Bronco logo as well, and then a black leather wrapped steering wheel. Hopping inside now. Keep my foot on the brake. Let's fire it up. Got the Bronco name and the logo that will pop upwards on the screen. And then you have a pretty cool look overall. We have cruise control settings on the left with some audio controls, Bluetooth integration, and then you can configure the screen as well. You can see a couple things in here. You have your basic tachometer and speed, and then you have a couple other settings you can go into. Under My View now, you can see a few more things that are going to come up, and I really like if you go into the comm screen, kind of goes all the way, just a really simple design. You're gonna have more screens you can take a look, view everything in it. So definitely a nice setup overall. With our drive modes down here, we can configure this and you're gonna get a really cool depiction for all the drive modes. So you have good street ones, off-road ones, as well as inclement weather ones. You're gonna see the stock on the right side for the windshield wipers, turn signals over on the left side, just a nice layout. Headlights are over on the left with interior lighting, one of your air vents, this rugged plastic material, and then there's some storage up above with some plugs. You got Bronco written over here, more of this color contrast all throughout the bezel, and then for this multimedia screen, you have items on the right side that you can scroll through. Some screens you can easily swipe into the main screen, which is a really cool touch. Your home icon, you're going to get all sorts of different shortcuts. We have settings you can go into. You have a couple of different screens here, and then you can go back into features, see a few more things, and then the apps, you'll see the CarPlay and Android Auto. You also have heated seats that'll pop up. Temperature pops up as well. Same with your fan speed. You can go into this menu to see a bit more of all the different controls. So overall, I like how the controls are right here for climate. It makes it simple and still integrated without any extra buttons. Going into reverse, you got a nice backup camera, top-down view, couple different that you're able to play with and take a look at. Exiting out of that. Now, if you go into drive, you can touch the shortcut over here, and you're going to get a shortcut to that front view camera now. All the way back into park now. Underneath all that, we have air vents, and then a couple shortcuts: auto start, stop, parking, cameras. There is going to be wireless charging and storage and plugs. 2.5 cup holders right in the center. The drive modes, electronic parking brake, and then more of the brown leather material for this armrest. Decent amount of space in here, and a decent amount of space in there. One last look at the interior. I like the color contrast, the combo. Pretty good use of materials for the price point. Definitely not a bad place to be. Light colored headliner, sunglass holder up above with garage door buttons, and a simple mirror. So setting off now in the Bronco Sport with the 3-cylinder motor, getting our bearings with it. Overall, it's a pretty comfortable vehicle to sit in. The seats are nice and padded. You got a pretty good view around too. That hood is pretty neat how it's very visible. There's a lot of hood in front of you, but it lets you kind of be able to place this vehicle, so you really know where it is, which is a good touch. Windows are pretty large as well. Mirrors are a little small, but it really doesn't hinder visibility. Easy to see around on the right side. Same with the left side. And overall, it's a comfortable seating position. The armrests are in a great place. The steering feel is nice and light, but also heavy enough to give you a little bit of feedback. So it feels like a pretty nice up-to-date car to be in. The tech all is really easy too. Even the integrated climate controls all on the screen. I mean, everything is right there. So it's really no guessing. It makes it simple. You got the nice tech there. All the camera systems are also a pretty cool touch, which is definitely nice to see for the front view as well as the rear view. So for the 3-cylinder, we're just in the normal mode right now. It's pretty normal to drive, honestly, especially with an 8-speed transmission. If we go into the sport mode, it will make throttle response a little bit sharper. The turbo power will just kick in a bit more, giving it about half throttle. Not bad. I mean, it doesn't really feel struggling, just getting up to 40 like that. No big deal. If you do go into eco mode, it will tone things down a little bit. I like the depictions too. They kind of gives you a cool idea of what each drive mode is going to be like. And then the screens as well, pretty cool touch. So overall, this seems like a nice to drive vehicle. It feels a little rugged. You know, it's not the most smoothest type of crossover out there. Of course, a Ford Escape is going to be a bit more conservative, a bit more toned down. But with the Bronco Sport, you know, it's got that rugged aspect to where this can literally go off-road. You could have some fun hitting some mild trails, or just use this as an adventure vehicle, maybe going on a camping trip or to the mountains or something where you will be off pavement, this can actually tackle some different terrains which you may not expect for the price point. Getting back up to speed, get a little bit more throttle and eco. Really not too bad. I mean, it's not a fast car at all. The 4-cylinder I just drove definitely gives you a really nice boost in power and feels very nice for what it is. This, I wouldn't say is underpowered or struggling. I think a lot of that's because it has an 8-speed transmission. A lot of cars like this might just have a CVT, which I think kind of takes away the driving characteristics. So this car with a real transmission lets you utilize that smaller engine and that smaller power, but still we're talking nearly 200 horsepower and torque, which is pretty much plenty for a vehicle like this. So overall driving dynamics, really can't complain. You know, it still is comfortable, quiet, and smooth when you're on the road. Something you could daily get decent gas mileage with, not really stress the vehicle, just using it for the day-to-day. But you also know that you have the capabilities to take this off pavement and have some fun with it, use it for the adventure. It's really roomy too. You know, I don't have any complaints. I'm surprised I actually fit in the back seats so well, even with my height driver's seat. So if you're looking for something off-road focused without breaking the bank, I think this little Bronco Sport can be a cool way. I don't mind the 3-cylinder. I would probably go for the 4-cylinder just to have the extra power, but I don't think you're really going to complain with this. I think it has quite a lot going for it for the price point.